Hello, everybody. This is Michael Hart. Today, I'm just going to ramble about things because I feel like it. It's my channel and I do whatever I want, and it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. I'm not going to cry. I don't cry. I work out. Anyway, I work out, guys. I'm tough. So, did you know, guys, that I don't have a denial mechanism? You know that survival mechanism that lets people be happy and not stressed out and not overthinking everything 24/7 that 95, 99 maybe percent of all people have. I don't have that. I've tried actually believing something that's false just so I can turn off my brain which chatters at me 24/7 to face reality, face truth constantly. I've tried it. I can't do it. I literally cannot do it. As long as my brain knows that something is true, I can't say it's false. It's honestly kind of it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, which most things are really. I mean, most anything that kind of sets you apart from others is also kind of a curse, something that's unusual, because most people don't have that. And this isn't me trying to say, oh, I'm a special snowflake or anything like that. But it's no different with autistic people, schizophrenic people. Something is missing. It's kind of similar to the law of polarity. Things balance out. It's the way your brain works. Whenever you have a superpower, quote unquote superpower, there's going to be there's no perfect deal. There's always going to be somewhere it evens out. You're going to be really bad at something. Anytime you're really good at something, you're going to be really bad at something else, the way it is. And it's just very. But anyway, guys, sometimes I wish I could be like most people and just deny things, go into denial and not think about things and not believe things that are uncomfortable truths. I don't do that ever. It's not something I ever do or can do. I constantly face reality as is. And that's my only consolation, is knowing that I am facing reality. And feelings literally do not matter. My feelings literally do not matter if it conflicts with the truth. It's not that my feelings don't matter, it's they don't matter when it conflicts with the truth. Because why would they? Why would they? Truth is truth. You can't change that. And why would you? You don't want to change it. You want to face it head on. But anyway, guys, I made a video like maybe a year ago. I can't remember how long ago now. About ramble. It was rambling about my future wife. I'm like really picky. I'm like the opposite of those people, usually girls that are like, they literally have dozens of different guys they're interested in, and they're constantly dating, like dating multiple guys per day. I'm the opposite of that. Like, I don't even understand that. I could literally count on my hand how many girls I've been interested in dating, interested in enough to date, probably within the past 5 years. Like, it's really rare. It's because they'll always have some sort of characteristic that is just not future wife material. And I just don't want to mess around. I have no time for messing around anymore. I don't want to end up like one of those guys taken for everything he has because he married the wrong person. Let's face it. In this modern hedonistic, godless generation, there's really not a lot of quality future husbands and wives to choose from. It's just a fact. It's very rare. And, probably nothing turns me off quicker than a girl who's boy crazy and dates constantly. Like, literally dates constantly. 90% of her friends are guy friends. And she probably has slept with half of them, or has romantic interests in most of them. It's just, I mean, I don't even understand why people like that even try to be monogamous. I mean, like, you're not a monogamous person if you like a dozen different people at once. You're not a monogamous person, period. I mean, you might as well just be a swinger the rest of your life. If you literally can't just like one person, you're not monogamous by definition. There was this ENFP that tried to tell me it's normal. It's normal for people to like a dozen different people at once. It's like, really? I've met plenty of girls that aren't like that. There's girls I've been interested in, there were virgins. And there's definitely people out there who aren't like that at all. I think if anything, that's like a really big red flag in my opinion. Anyway, so rambling about my future wife, part 2. She must be Christian. Obviously I've gone through phases where it didn't matter what her beliefs were because I was just listening to my, sex drive. And, but now I've come to a point where it has to be a girl who actually is a real Christian, not someone who actually just calls herself a Christian and then, supports candidates that everything they stand for is the most anti-Christ thing there is. It's like, there's so many girls like that nowadays. It's like, do you even know what this belief system is about? It's like, no, you don't probably don't know the first of it. Oh, gee, Mike, enlighten us on what's a real Christian versus a false Christian. I can't tell you that, guys. But if there's a lot of, if your belief system goes against Jesus's teachings, with the historical Jesus taught, then that should be a red flag to you. I'm not going to name names, but there's definitely ones out there that are just not, they're not in line with the teachings at all. Believe in things like anything that's works-based is not Christian by definition. That's actually the one of the major things that separates Christianity from all other religions is it's not works-based. It's not based on what you can do to get into heaven. That is actually borderline heresy. It's the complete opposite of the teaching. Because in the Bible it says, your works are like filthy rags to God. I mean, think about it. What can you do, an evil human being? I mean, basically the Christian teaching is that we're all messed up. We're all screwed up. What could we do to please God? Come on. You think helping an old lady across the road is going to score you any points? No, nothing scores you points. Because it's not about scoring points. Anyway, every other religion on the face of the planet is works-based. It's what you can do. It's not that you don't do good deeds. It's that that's not what gets you the points. But anyway, anything that teaches that is very against the Christian teaching. Or teachings that you can be a god, or, the ocean is God, you're God, that person's God. And it's funny because anytime atheists will try to disprove religion, 99.9% of the time their argument is looking at bad Christians. It's like bad Christians do not disprove Christianity. If anything, they show more evidence for it. It's exactly what Jesus said there was going to happen. It's false teachers and people who misuse the religion. It happens, it's kind of the whole point of the religion is that we're all messed up. So yeah, it's interesting how people could get that logic of, oh, this Christian did bad things, therefore Christianity is false. It's just completely illogical, makes no sense. So anyway, yeah, she has to be a Christian, a real one. You know, and she can't embrace modern ways. The modern hedonistic. It's all about sex, and it's all about you. There's this myth going around in pop culture of it's all about you. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever your heart tells you. Well, it's all about what you want. It's all about you. No, it's not all about you. That's the most No wonder. And psychologists are wondering why there's so much narcissism nowadays. Why there's so many assholes and sociopaths. Gee, I wonder why. We've been telling kids it's all about you. It's this whole all everything's about the self. It's almost like a religion of the self. It's all to do with me, me, me. There's nothing more narcissistic than that. That's what narcissism is. No, it's not about you. It's not. So, but yeah. She can't embrace modern evil ways. And, yeah. But, rambling about my future wife, and maybe someday I'll find her.